Nick contemplates taking his relationship with Charlie to the next level, and Elle discovers new friends at her new school. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm. And today I'm reviewing episode number 3 of Heartstopper, Season 1. As always, there may be spoilers, so just be aware. And listen, I'm not going to go over what happened last time. We're moving along in the story. I do just want to remind everybody, I put it on the main page, but I am in the middle of both a job switch and a physical move. So I'm not real sure on the timing of releases from now through probably the end of August. But we are still going to keep the channel up and going. And Heartstopper, I've been looking forward to it for a while. It's actually going to come out next week, the new season, and we'll take a look when it gets started. All right, here is episode number 3 of Season 2. Okay, so Nick is exploring on the computer.
Some kind of inspiration to make me feel like I'm my own person.
Trying to sort out the feelings that he's having, seeing what's online.
I just feel like some other version of
And realizing probably that things aren't easy.
now. But nothing I do seems to make things happen.
Okay, so he's going to take the ultimate gay quiz. How's it turn out?
No matter what I do, it's bad.
Oh, he's 62% gay.
And I don't feel like I'm my own person.
Boy, that's such a powerful scene, especially there with the tear in the eye.
At a party, mate.
Party?
My 16th birthday party. St. George's Hotel this Saturday.
Oh my God. Then we've got Harry. Ugh, can't stand him.
Fine, I guess I can invite you, Imogen.
Now Imogen, and why does he invite her?
Mate, she is fit. And Nick is going to have his pick of 2 girls.
All right. Locker room conversations. Man.
Some childhood romance thing with it.
We don't have a thing, we just kissed at a party once.
That must be making both Charlie and Nick feel uncomfortable. Yeah, that's one of those looks.
Do you want to go to Harry's party? With me?
All right, Nick, if you're not counting, you just ask a second person to dance.
Be there. Okay.
Of course he's going to say yes. And now he's got to tell all of his friends. And who knows how they're going to feel.
Can't it be 11?
No, 10's late enough.
Good for Dad to stick up
Johnny.
for his guns.
Yeah.
Call me if you need me, okay?
I really like his dad. I wish we get to see him more, but he sort of knows. And so they haven't found each other just yet. And there you go.
Ow! Oh my goodness! Oh, it's been too long. I don't.
All right, so Elle's headed over to Towel.
Are you doing my love all right? New school, okay?
Yeah, it's already good.
Good.
Mom.
You know, there's always that one friend you have that you think your parents like better than you.
She loves you more than me.
Possibly. Okay, that's the end of the first section, and I just want to talk about sort of the feelings and emotions to start off, especially with Nick doing the gay test and it sort of coming back, probably proving what he was sort of feeling at the time, that he does have feelings for Charlie, and he's not really going to know what to do with that yet. And that sort of shows up. That's why we have this next scene that's in the locker room. The locker room, we know from later on, is not Charlie's favorite place. He's very uncomfortable there. And this is when Harry starts talking about Tara
I
Jones,
thought we were having a film
making it
night.
even worse.
A fun one.
I just wanted it to be like old times.
So Tao is not happy with this burgeoning relationship.
Oh.
Just us then.
Okay, so they're going to be alone.
All right, mate.
Why are you hanging out in here? It's a bit boring, isn't it?
And here's Harry again. God, this character.
They kissed when they were 13. Proper romantic. You should go for it, right?
Between him and Ben Hope, I don't know which one to hate the
Big
most.
Nelson, right?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
All right, so let's see how this goes down.
Charlie's changing.
As people tend to do.
For God's sake. Last year he would have rather died than go to one of those.
Well, I don't think he's there to see Harry.
Most definitely not, Elle.
Died.
Tao, there aren't any sides. Let's just stop talking about this.
Okay, he's a little obsessed
You
there.
feel that way.
Nick, it's fine. I don't feel that way about you either.
I love this whole conversation between the two of
I'd
them.
avoid it if I just
What?
told everyone I was a lesbian.
Because Tara is about 2 steps in front
That's my girlfriend over
of
there.
Nick.
We've mostly been
Maybe 3 steps in front of Nick.
I'm out.
not necessarily. We don't want to make a big announcement or anything, but
Which this is becoming bigger for people.
are you friends?
Yeah. Yeah, we sit next to each other in form.
That's that look of like, yeah, whatever. So Charlie's moving around.
He's my friend.
But why? Do you feel sorry for him because he's gay?
I would just love for him to gone up and punched him right there. That'd have been awesome.
That's homophobic, Harry.
But I really like this, him calling him homophobic.
Some of my friends said that they were going.
Friends from Higgs.
And you got to remember, Nick and Harry are in that same friend group.
At Higgs. That's a good change, right?
She seems to be happy at her new school.
Yeah. It's a good change.
Aw, holding hands.
Sorry.
Hey.
Oh my God. And speak of the other devil. Okay. So really the big thing I just want to point out here is the conversation between Nick and Tara. And, you know, I said basically Tara Jones is several steps in front of Nick in the process. Of course, she's already come out to herself. She has a girlfriend and they are mostly out, but not what I would call out to everybody. They're not just announcing everything. And I like that some of these shows that we've started to get are moving into this situation of not everything has to be this big out moment. You just sort of live your life
Sorry about what happened.
and see what happens.
Have you finished talking about it?
Oh my God, Ben Hope.
Oh, come on.
Do not touch me!
There you go. Stand up for yourself. Absolutely.
What?
I kept accidentally buying your apple juice at lunch at the start of term.
You know, the other thing about Ben Hope is we love the actor that
promised
plays him
that.
so much.
Like, no matter what happens, we'll always prioritize our friendship.
It's really hard to hate that character.
Come dance with me.
I can't dance.
I don't care.
Okay, so there's Imogen. Problem number 1, because you asked her out.
You don't have to reply right now. I just wanted you to know.
Of course. I love that whole view of him watching them dance. The confetti, the lights. And he's sort of feeling what's going on right there.
Hi.
Hi.
You left?
And so he has come back and found Charlie.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to hang out with those guys anymore.
I mean, there comes a time with friends that things happen.
Yeah. I mean, I dealt with it.
Okay, which is important, an important step for Charlie.
I think he got the message this time.
I'm so proud.
Shut up.
Then grabs his hand.
Should we go somewhere quieter again?
Okay.
Okay, and this is big. I mean, come on. They started running through the house holding hands.
Because you're old.
And so they end up in this very large room.
Dean.
So he could cry when his parents got him the wrong colour Lamborghini.
Exactly.
Okay, and for this set of clips, basically the big thing here to me is this whole Tara Jones conversation, and then we come into this section where you basically have, I think it's such an important visual for Nick seeing Darcy and Tara dancing and having fun here, and I think that's leads him into the next part.
Was Harry being serious?
Do you like Tara?
Okay, so we've got some questions we have to ask here.
What? No. No, definitely not.
All right, so we're not into Tara anymore.
So you don't?
Have a crush on Nora at the moment?
Okay, that's a nice second question.
Well, I didn't say that.
Okay, Charlie's heart's got to be beating now.
What's she like then?
You're just going to assume they're a she.
And his heart must have, both their hearts must have exploded.
Are they not a girl?
That's the big question.
Would you go out with someone who wasn't a girl?
Huge question. Let's see.
I don't know.
And he's trying to be as truthful here as he possibly can.
Maybe.
Okay, so maybe. All right, so Charlie realizes it's time to make his move.
Would you kiss someone who wasn't a girl?
I don't know.
Which is completely honest on his part. Okay, so Charlie makes his move. Here we go.
Would you kiss me?
And he's got to be scared to death.
Yeah.
And he's probably, at this point, the only boy that he would kiss. All right, and a very sweet scene here between the two of them. And then holding hands. I think that kiss was one of the sweetest kisses I've ever seen. Well, and this one too. I mean, it's just the way it was built up. It was just a sweet little kiss.
You okay?
And Harry, go away. And so, of course, Charlie's going to feel left behind.
There's no need to start anything. Just because you're in a bad mood at my birthday.
Yeah.
Ugh, boy, Harry, go away.
Just gonna go find the loo.
So getting out of there is always a good choice. And of course, Charlie is gone.
Hey, you okay?
So he doesn't know what is going on there. So Charlie has slept in. He's looking for inches from Nick. Completely something. I mean, he's wanted it, but he's wondering if it really was true.
Hi. Hi.
And there's Nick showing up on his doorstep, soaking wet in the rain. All right, not going to talk a whole lot about this section. I do just want, because I've already mentioned everything with the kiss, that entire moment. I don't know that I've ever seen a scene of a first kiss in a gay LGBTQ series or movie or straight or anything that was written as well as that. And from what I understand, although I'm not I've never read the graphic novels, from what I heard other people talking about, that's done almost exactly like it is in the novel. And I really think that's one of the strengths of Heartstopper overall, is that Alice Oseman was completely involved in the production. And so this is still her baby. And, the first 3 episodes have been excellent. And, I think the care that's being taken, especially with that interaction between Charlie and Nick for the first kiss, that just sort of shows how great this series is going to be. Now, with that ends the recap portion of the video. I am going to move now into my review portion, and the review portion is just always ups, downs, positives, negatives, maybe me ranting about a few things, and I don't have a lot to say. This is a rather short episode. I don't want to keep you here too awful long, so just a few things. I love the kiss scene, okay? It was a huge positive, all right? Really liked, of course, Harry had to get in and get involved, and that caused issues, that caused some conflict. I like that. That's very high up. I also liked earlier on when basically Nick called Harry out when he was being homophobic. I don't think they do that enough in TV shows and movies when they're approaching this subject. Also, along with that, another thing is this is a little bit of a down for me, but it's not a down that's like, well, it makes it a bad story, but I understand what's going on, and that is Tal's attitude, okay? And the big thing I have on Tal's attitude towards Nick and then Charlie as well is that we have not gotten to see how Charlie was treated before episode 1 when he was outed. We get it talked about real briefly that he basically was outed, but we don't get to see how people treated him, okay? And that is why Tal is being very mother hen over him. Okay, is he got to see what was going on, and we didn't. And so I would just say in this section where we're seeing Tal being very overly protective, just remember, we have not seen what happened to make him feel like this. And I think we just have to think about that. Other ups, of course, Nick and his reaction to taking the gay test. I love that scene. It was very well shot. I loved that it was just shot with music and no lines. Okay, that was perfect. Then, of course, I especially liked the interaction between Nick and Tara, Tara, and I think that's something that's it's meant to develop his relationship within that little group, but also we basically have a situation where he's seen what the next step for him and Charlie would be, okay? And then he sees them out on the dance floor, and he looks sort of up, and you've only got to be guessing sort of what he's thinking, okay? But he also was probably still got in the back of his mind some of the things he was reading about at the start of the episode. And then, of course, there at the end, I love how it ended because Charlie didn't really get what was going on. He sort of thought that Nick would have thought it was a mistake and left. But Nick was scared. He wanted to go and get Harry away from everything that had happened. And so with that, of course, Charlie's going to leave. He cries, his dad picking him up. And he doesn't really get what was going on. So they don't talk to each other. They don't send emails because of the static. And of course, Charlie thinks Nick hated the idea of giving him a kiss. And then we open the door, and there is Nick standing soaking in the rain. And so I thought the end of that episode was excellent. And of course, we'll get to see how the next episode takes place, hopefully in the next few days. Now, with that, I do want to just give a quick grade. I give this an A+ grade. This was an excellent episode of a series. And, there really wasn't nothing that I disliked when it comes to marking it down. Okay? Now, with that, I hope everyone is enjoying the reviews. Yes, I am doing right now just single reviews. I might double those up once we get past 4, just because we need to get this done in time for the opening of season number 2. And so we're going to have to push some of these together to get that done, and that's fine with me, but I hope you enjoyed the review. Please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 400 subscribers. August is our year since we started back, so 400 subscribers by the end of August. That's our goal. Along with that, please make some comments and let's discuss the show, and make sure you smash that like button. And I'll see you next time on the Fandom Realm.